Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome back to Eldritch Horror Yog-Sothoth Turn 3. Okay, a couple of corrections from last turn. Poor old Tommy bought it, and what I forgot to do was, obviously I forgot to move the Doom token from 13 down to 12. I've done that now. Additionally, I forgot Jacqueline Fine's ability. The main reason for this is when Charlie got his funding condition, it was in the Mythos phase because it happened on the Reckoning for his investment, and I'm not used to turning cards over in the Mythos phase. So what we'll do is she'll have a look at that now. So turn it over, funding condition, all in. With so much money burning a hole in your pocket, you cannot resist the opportunity to double your winnings. You may roll one die. On a 4, 5 or 6, gain any number of assets from the reserve with a total value of 3 or less, then flip this card. On a 1, 2 or 3, obviously you lose. So, on a single die, it's 50-50, but do you know what? I think this would be better served, like just cancelling a debt condition, so we might do that. If a Reckoning catches us before that happens, then obviously we will roll. Anyway, so as Jacqueline's been able to do that, she gets herself a clue. And the last thing that have changed is Ursula. Ursula spent both her focuses, and she didn't have to because she had the special ability. So first time she re-rolled, she used a special ability. Second time she used the focus, so she's got 1 left. So she now has 1 focus left. Right, that's us all up to date. So Ursula is our first player, so let's get cracking with the action phase. And here we are with Ursula at the pyramids. Now the first thing she's going to do is she can move along an uncharted path, then perform 1 additional action. So she's going to move down to the heart of Africa, and then she's going to move again to Cape Town. Now I'm not sure, I don't think that counts as a double travel, and to be honest, even if it does, I'm house ruling it because she's an explorer, and it just seems sensible to me that like somebody like her could actually move twice down uncharted paths. Now it might be that that's the whole point of the ability anyway, but I'm not counting that as a double travel move. She's going to stay in Cape Town. So what's she going to do in Cape Town? Well, she's going to prepare for travel in Cape Town. She's going to get herself a ship ticket because she's on her way to Sydney. She's got some witch killing to do. Good. Right, after her, it's our new investigator, the Foxy Daisy Walker in Istanbul. So what's she going to do first? Well, the first thing she's going to do is test influence. She's going to go asset shopping. She's got an influence of 3, so we need 3 dice. And we also need to focus on her properly. I won't be a second. There we go, that's much better. Now we are focusing on the lovely Daisy. So she's got 3 dice. And she gets a success. Right. Do we take... Is there anything particularly useful for her? She'd need a bank loan to get either the conspiracy theorist, the lucky ring, or the holy spear. But I think what she's going to do is she's just going to take the kerosene. Because they have plans for those other ones, and hopefully Charlie will be able to get them. So she's not going to take a debt condition. She's just going to spend her 1, and she's going to take the kerosene. It's not worth going down to the reserve just for the kerosene. So she's taking the kerosene. That's just in case something nasty happens and she needs to defend herself. I'm not planning for her to get involved in any sort of combat whatsoever, but hopefully, should the worst come to the worst, she has got something to help her out. So we need to draw from the asset deck. Ooh, a ritual dagger, a magical weapon. Once per round you may gain +1 law when resolving a spell effect, or +2 strength when resolving a combat encounter. Excellent stuff. So that might be something to give Jacqueline so she can defend herself. So we'll put that in the reserve. Okay, second action for Daisy. Let's have a look what her component actions are. If you are on a city space, test observation. If you pass, gain 1 tome asset from the reserve or 1 random tome asset from the deck. It'd have to be a random tome asset from the deck because we haven't got one in the reserve. But I think she's going to do that. Her observation's only 2. So let's hope she can manage it. Unfortunately not. So that was rubbish. Right, so that's it for Daisy. Next up, it is Charlie. And he's just here in London. So let's just move it up slightly like that. Then watch it fall down. Come on. That's better. Right, Charlie. Well, of course, Charlie is going to go for assets. And he has 5 dice to roll with his personal assistant. And he gets 2 successes to begin with. But he does have a re-roll. On Charlie. Ooh, no good. Right, so he is going to take a debt. He's going to take a bank loan, so we need a debt condition. Let's just take them off the bottom till we get a debt. There's his debt condition, so he's going to get an extra 2 successes. I just want to check the funding card. Let's have a check. You may discard this card in place of gaining a debt condition or to discard a debt condition. But it doesn't say I have to do it immediately. So I'm not going to do it immediately. So, yeah. The reason I'm not going to do it immediately is we're going to have a look on the back of this debt condition before we make that choice. I don't think there's anything against that because Jacqueline Fine can have a look. If you remember at the start of this episode, the funding condition that she took a look at, that was for last turn. This is for this turn. So let's have a look. Local authorities. Someone was asking about you, says a fellow traveller. They said you owe quite a bit of money. Naturally, I said that I didn't know anything, but you may want to find your way to a new town soon. You attempt to hide from the police. Observation. If you fail, move to the nearest city space and gain detained condition unless you discard 1 ally asset. Well, we're not going to do that. We don't like that. So we get the clue for Jacqueline. And because Jacqueline has now tipped off Charlie that could happen, he's using his funding condition to get rid of it. As I say, I think you can get rid of this at any time. You may discard this card in case of gaining a debt condition or to discard a debt condition. I don't think you have to do it as an action. Doesn't say action. So he's getting rid of them both. And we got a clue out of it. Woohoo! Right, so he's got 2 more successes. This time we will go down to the reserve. Okay. There's a bit more choice this time, hence I've gone down to the reserve. One of them's easy. We'll get the ritual dagger. So, once per round you may gain +1 law when resolving a spell effect or +2 when resolving a combat encounter. Now, our main spellcaster is Jacqueline. She has an appalling 1 strength. So, this will help her casting spells. It will also help her if she has to, like, fight with a physical weapon. So he's going to send that to Jacqueline. A little thank you for letting him know exactly what that debt condition involved. So she's now got a ritual dagger. So we lose one of our successes. So we've got 3 to spend. So do we want the conspiracy theorist, the lucky ring, or the holy spear? I think we will take the Holy Spear, and what we shall do is we shall give it to Ursula, because it's +4. She might have a chance with her. She might have a chance to hand off her 45 automatics to somebody else. But to be honest, she's the combat baby, so it'll probably stay with her. So there we go. That's Charlie's acquire assets done. So let's replace what we've just removed. First up, we've got an expedition guide. Ally. When you spend a focus to re-roll a die when resolving a observation or strength test, you may re-roll up to 2 dice instead. He would be really good for Ursula. Her observation's pretty good anyway. That would increase it. Well, increase chances anyway. And increase a strength test for all sorts of stuff. It doesn't mention combat though, but yeah, might be useful. That's 2 cost. And the final card, a syndicate agent, another ally. Gain +2 strength during combat encounters. You may re-roll 1 die when resolving a strength test during a combat encounter. So she's pretty good. Woohoo! Syndicate agent. Excellent. So that's Charlie's first action. What's his second action? Well, I think his second action will be to give an action away. He's going to give an action away, and I think he's going to give it to Ursula, and she's going to use it to acquire assets. So she's going to use it to acquire assets in Cape Town. She's only got 2 dice, but if she takes a bank loan, she can get that syndicate agent. If she does any better, she might be able to get the conspiracy theorist or the lucky ring. So let's see how she goes on. Okay, here we are. There's Ursula. So Charlie's made a few phone calls, got in touch with his bank in South Africa and said, like, let Ursula try and buy some stuff. So they've sorted that out, and she's going to make an acquire assets roll. She fails, but she has got 1 focus. But her first focus is free due to her passive. Once per round, you or another investigator on your space may spend 1 less focus. So instead of spending the focus, just going to pretend to spend it and do a re-roll. A 3. Rubbish. So she did have 1 left from last turn, so she's going to have 1 more go. See if she can get that 3rd success, because she will be taking... No, she can't. But she will take a bank loan. We can't look at the back of this one because Jacqueline has already done it this turn. And there we go, debt. So she's took that as Ursula. She gets 2 successes. What's she going to spend them on? Well, I think the best one is this combat one. She is our best combat investigator, so all the help she can get. She's going to take the syndicate agent. She's good. She's now almost as tooled up as Tommy was. Let's refill the reserve. Mystic Bounty Hunter. All the allies are coming out now. Gain +1 strength during combat encounters. Gain +2 law when resolving spell effects. Right. Perhaps that could go to Daisy Walker. She's a bit of a spellcaster as well. Oh, that ally, the syndicate agent ally, obviously I can't use the +2 if I'm using the Holy Spear or the automatic. But it's the re-roll I want. There is a re-roll. So that'll be very useful. Okay. Right, that's all that back. That's the action that Charlie gave away. So next up is Jacqueline Fine in Tokyo. And here we are with Jacqueline in Tokyo. What is she going to do? Well, first of all, she's going to make an acquire assets test. So she also gets 2 dice. And she gets a single success. I was hoping one of them would manage a single success, because she also is going to take a debt condition. There we go. First debt condition. That's funding. That's debt. So here we are. So she takes that. It's 2 more successes. Let's go to the asset reserve. And here we are at the asset reserve. We're going to take the conspiracy theorist. The lucky ring is very nice with the reroll and everything, but the conspiracy theorist, we gain +2 observation during research encounters, and on a reckoning we've got a chance of getting a clue, and she's pretty good for moving clues around. So we're going to set the conspiracy theorist. So that goes over there. Let's replenish the reserve. And we have genealogy research. Task. When you defeat a monster with toughness 2 or more during a combat encounter, you may examine the creature's remains. Observation. If you pass, gain 2 clues and discard this card. Right, so very similar to mineralogy research, except you've got to kill a monster. Okay, so that is Jacqueline's first action. Let's get her up to Tokyo and see what she's going to do next. And Jackie's second action is a move action, because we want her to shut this gate. So hopefully she'll be able to do that next turn. Next phase. Okay, that is it for the action phase. Next up is the encounter phase. Here we are with Ursula in Cape Town. So we'll just get a generic encounter. I don't think we've used the generic deck yet, so I'll give it a quick shuffle. Right, so city space. A night of drinking, good grief. A night of drinking and good cheer helps raise your spirits. Recover 2 sanity. Well, that'd be great if you were missing any. While you are celebrating, you hardly notice that you are being robbed. Observation. What are observations for? Come on, Ursula. You're not going to stand for that sort of bloody palaver, surely. You're damn right you're not. Not with 3 successes. Putting up with any of that cobblers. If you fail, discard 1 item possession. Well, caught them red-handed. Kicked them out on the street. Didn't lose anything. Didn't gain any sanity, but didn't lose anything either. Well, she got a few drinks out of it, I suppose. Okay. Right, so next up is Daisy Walker, and she is in Istanbul. Hello, Daisy. So she's going to try and do a generic Istanbul, well, not a generic, an Istanbul European encounter. Hopefully, she will be able to improve her influence, and that'll give her 4 influence. Perhaps if I didn't do it upside down. Istanbul. Members of the Turkish Parliament offer you help in exchange for clearing a group of cultists out of the shunned mosque. I think we've had this before as well. Well, we do improve our influence. So that is excellent. She now has 4 influence. So that's 2 investigators that have excellent influence. Try and get a few of these, a few more things out of the reserve. Inside, you interrupt a ritual and must resist the effect of its magical energies. Test your willpower. Her willpower is 3. Come on, Daisy. Yes! Daisy passes. I like Daisy. I like her a lot. Right. If you fail, lose 2 health. But, no, we didn't fail. And we improved our influence. Excellent. Okay. We may as well stay focused here, because next up, it's Charlie. And we could do with spawning some clue tokens, because there aren't any. So, again, Europe deck. Let's read it for London. The Silver Twilight Lodge is locked up tight. You look over the old building for a possible entrance. Check observation. Well, his observation's 3, so that's not too bad. Come on, Charlie. Yes, a success. Let's have some clues. If you pass, the lodge members are delighted by your ingenuity and offer you their favour. Gain a blessed condition. Well, that's not too bad. I'd have preferred clues, but being blessed is excellent. So these are the blessed and the righteous conditions. Give them a quick shuffle as normal. Quick cut. And then first one off the bottom is righteous. Next one is blessed. So he is now blessed. He has blue dice. Just the job for getting through those assets. Woohoo! Right, well done, Charlie. And last of all, but by no means least, we have Jacqueline Fine, and she's in Shanghai. And here we are with Jacqueline. She's going to try and close the gate, so we need the gate deck. Here we go. So let's have a look at what we get. We get it upside down for a start. Ooh, she's moving to the past. You find yourself standing in front of an antique scientific equipment. According to the papers, the year is 1771. You read through the notes and try to interpret the nature of the experiment's law test. She's got pretty good law. Yep, she's got a law of 4. 2, 3, 4. Come on, Jacqueline. Oh, pants. I don't want to use a clue token. Be just one of those where I think hopefully we'll be able to salvage something on the fail condition. Right. These notes make no sense to you. Your reading is interrupted by a terrible moaning sound, and you find malformed creatures trapped in deep wells under the stone floor. The sight of them tears at your mind. We've got to test will or lose 3 sanity. Good job, she's got plenty of sanity. What's a will? A will is 3. There's no minus. No. Come on, Jackie. Oh. Right, she loses 3 sanity. The real bad thing now is because she hasn't closed the gate. Because that means if we get a reckoning, the doom's going to go down by 1 because of Yog-Sothoth's bloody reckoning thing. Come on, Jackie, that's rubbish. You've got to get better, Petal. Hey, let the side down. Everybody else was doing brilliant. Maybe next time. Okay, so that's the end of the encounter phase. So now we've got the mythos phase. Okay, welcome back to the mythos phase. Let's get the mythos deck and see what it's got for us. Clues, thank God, but we've also got a bloody rumour by the look of it. So we've got clues. We spawn 2 clues. Boy, we need them. Let's see what we've got. We've got the heart of Africa. Wondering now whether to leave that gate in Sydney. I think we probably shall. And the next one is London. Yes! Brilliant. So hopefully with any luck, next turn we can get both of those, well, the end of the mythos phase, next turn we can get both of those onto that mystery. Let's have a quick check of the mystery. The end of the mythos phase, if there are clues on this card equal to investigate, so we need 4, but hopefully we might get 2 on. Right. The other good thing, of course, is no reckoning. So that gate doesn't go off, which is good stuff. And we didn't get omen movement, so we're still stuck on the red sunburst. Right, we need 4 Eldritch tokens for this, what is doubtless going to be some like horrible rumour. Alright, put them there for the time being. It was thought to be nothing more than a monstrous Aleutian carving. In truth, this mighty god of the Arctic fell into a deep sleep long ago. It was taken from its throne and placed in a museum. Now its long slumber has come to an end. That doesn't sound very promising. The horror in the museum. Ongoing rumour. When this card enters play, spawn the Yog-Sothoth epic monster on London. Unlucky Charlie. When it is defeated, solve this rumour. Oh, poor old Charlie. When there are no Eldritch tokens on this card, each investigator loses 3 health and 3 sanity and gains a hypothermia condition. Brilliant. Right, so this is going to London. So just let me sort this out, won't be a second. Welcome back. So put the rumour on there. Nice little blue marker at the top, so we know it's a rumour. And this is Yog-Sothoth. Nice spud, isn't he? Look at him. Right, so normal will check. Toughness equal to investigators +2, so that's 6. -1 on the strength test. He's got 3. Ugh. So we've got to get 3 successes, not to lose any health. If you lose health from the strength test, gain a hypothermia condition. Brilliant. And he's with one of our weakest investigators, which is Charlie. He may have to move to Arkham or something during the action phase. I don't quite fancy him staying at London. We'll have a think about that anyway later. So that's Yog-Sothoth. I mean, British Museum. Yeah, take some frozen god like and bloody put him on display. Right. So we've read through that. We lose 3 health and 3 sanity. So yeah, so long as we keep everybody at full health and sanity, we should get away with that. Do we leave it? Probably not. It's the if everybody was 6 and 6, like Ursula Downs is, I might be tempted just to leave it. But no. You never know. Daisy's got that kerosene, hasn't she? Perhaps she fancies a go. Yes, it won't take her much to get to London. Pour some kerosene on it. It won't be cold anymore then, will it? Not when we set light to it. Woohoo! Okay, that's the end of the Mythos phase. We got quite lucky there. None of that. We didn't get a reckoning, considering we've got a shed load of deck conditions now. So that's not too bad. But we did get Charlie blessed, which is good. And we've got some clues on the board. Okay, I'll go and upload this, and then I shall be back shortly with the turn review. Toodaloo! Hello and welcome back to the turn review. So as we briefly mentioned, the bad things about that turn are getting a rumour. It was a bit disappointing we couldn't close the gate, but other than that, we've done fairly well. Charlie has been blessed. Jacqueline, well, she has got the ritual dagger and a conspiracy theorist. She got an extra clue because she checked out a condition. And Ursula's doing quite well, though she's going to have to backtrack, I think. But she's now got the Holy Spear and the 45 automatic. She'll probably get rid of the 45 automatic. She's got Syndicate Agent, the Satchel of the Void, and she's also got a deck condition. Daisy, she's still in Istanbul. She's got the kerosene, the arcane insight, and the old journal still. We might have a go with the old journal, see if it can give us something useful. We might try observation next turn. But other than that, the actual we got through a few assets. With Charlie being blessed, we'll probably get through a few more next turn. The other thing that Daisy got obviously was an influence upgrade. So she's now got 4 influence, so that's somebody else who can pile through the assets. But unfortunately we've only got 1 combat person, and that's Ursula. So I think we will move the first player icon. We'll move it to Charlie. I think Oh no, he's got a blessed condition. Let's not move it to Charlie. We'll move it to... We'll move it to Daisy. Right, so what we're going to do next turn? Well, we'll be starting with Daisy. Daisy's in Istanbul. As I mentioned, we might try this old journal. Well, we'll give that a go. And I think we may prepare for travel, mayn't we? No, we will travel. We'll travel to Rome, and then we're only one away from London. I think that'll do for her. Unless, no, she'll stay in Istanbul. We'll test for assets, and then we shall test for the old journal, I think. We might get an extra movement out of her off... oh no, we won't, because Charlie's got to move. Because Charlie will be next up. Fortunately, he can't get that bloody clue in London now. He's going to have to move. He can't take on Ran-Tagoth. It sounds like Ren-Tagoth, doesn't it? But Ren-Tagoth. He's going to move to Arkham or Rome, I think. He'll bob down there, just get out of harm's way, and he will continue to try and buy assets. It's a pity he can't stay in London and spawn clue tokens, but we've just got unfortunate with the rumour. So I think that's what he's going to do. He will move to Rome, he'll do an asset acquire test, and hopefully we'll be able to get somebody up there to sort Ren-Tagoth out. Jacqueline Fine. She's going to try again to shut a gate. But I think what she might do this time is she might go to the Sydney gate to try and shut that. So at least that way she's killing a witch. And we'll get one of these, because it has got a reckoning on it. And we don't want anybody getting cursed. So she'll go down there, kill the witch. Kill the witch! Turn me into a newt! So we'll send her down there. She'll kick the arse of that witch and hopefully close that gate. Which she may as well do while she's there. And then that's Ursula Downs, who will be going last. And what Ursula's going to do is she's going to acquire assets, I think, or try to. She's going to go up to the heart of Africa, but that'll be alright because that won't cost her a travel, because obviously she has her special ability about moving along uncharted paths. Whatever, we'll do the acquire assets, then she'll move to the heart of Africa, and then she can do a local action. I don't think your local action has to be in a city or anything, it can be anywhere. So just do a local action in the heart of Africa to try and get rid of the debt. And then she will try and pick up that clue. If she can pick up that clue at the end of the mythos phase, we can put at least one clue onto the mystery. Long term, for Ursula, I think we shall be looking to get her to London, because she's going to do the fighting. We've got 4 Eldritch tokens, so even if we get a reckoning every turn, we've got, you know, a few turns to get her up there. So she'll pick up the Heart of Africa clue, hopefully. Then she'll move to London, defeat Ren-Tagoth, and then pick up that clue and put that on to the mystery as well, hopefully. So that's our plan with her. Right. Well, thanks very much for watching. That's the end of turn 3 of Eldritch Horror and Yog-Sothoth. I hope very much that you join me for turn 4. Thank you very much for all the views. Thanks very much for all the subscriptions and all the comments and all the tactics and tips. They are very much appreciated as always. So until next time, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.